We made it this time. All right. I had everything all set up and it said live streaming isn't available right now. I'm like, what? What's that you said? You must not have known that I got the magician card for card of the day because we came back. I don't even know what that was. I've never even seen that. I've never even seen it before. I was just like, oh, whatever. Okay. I guess I just have to start over. So I didn't name the video. It just came up the old way, psychic readings. So I'll name it later. I'm so happy you made it here. And I'm going to go to the channel to get some of the questions. And thank you for putting them on the community tab. I appreciate more than you know. All right. So let's talk about card of the day is the magician. It's the I can do it. It's the ultimate I can do it card, right? But the thing I want to stress is that the magician, of course, has a wand, right? Right here. Everything's back. Okay, and yesterday's card of the day was the Ace of Wands. So that is very powerful. 2 wands in as many days. And this is after we had a couple of really tough cards. 4 cups, 5 of pentacles. It was some really rough stuff there over that holiday weekend. So I'm very thankful to get 2 wands. And what does that mean? It means we have a lot more power than what we realize, of course. And when I woke up this morning, I had a very specific message about using your power. That the way it was explained to me was that if you want the world to change, which is what we're all trying to create right now, we're creating change in the world, then you are responsible for the amount or lack thereof, the wave that you're sending out. So any action or lack of action on your part determines the amount of the quantum physics wave, because everything we do and say creates a wave, right? So if we want a tidal wave, we need to be helping, one person a day by giving them the best compliment they've ever had, or helping them out to their car with something, or sweeping off their front porch, or asking if they need anything. Whatever you can do to help start the wave. Just do one thing to help one person each day. That's the message I got. We came here to interact with others. If we're not interacting, we are not sending big waves, okay? It's through our interactions, our 2 of Cups moments, our magician abilities of popping up into somebody's life, right? And creating something, helping someone. And then we get the wave going. What is quantum physics? It is molecular wave energy, right? And anything you say, anything you do that's positive is karmic, and it starts the wave that goes out, goes through the universe, and comes back around to you. So it's very much a boomerang effect, very karmic. All right, Sharon Side, Square Peg, T-Barbs in the house. Okay. JC does animal rescue every day. That's great, but we need human rescue too. Not really rescue, but just like the interaction with humans, because we came here to help other humans. And, we have soul contracts, and believe it or not, somebody signed up to help you at this time with something this year. So in your soul contract. So let them complete their work by interacting with others. Remember, everything that you do or lack thereof affects someone else, right? This is very cathartic for me. This was huge. We came here to interact. One thing, one person a day. One act a day, all right? You got to start and initiate the change yourself. Okay. I wrote it down, but it's by my bedside. It's in there. All right. Or on that other laptop. All right, Patricia Todd, Freddie Todd. I was thinking of you guys. On my way back from water aerobics, I was thinking, we got to plan another vacation. We got to do something. I got to get out of here. Just kidding. I need interaction. All right, so make a wand. It's a new moon, for heaven's sakes. It's a new moon in Gemini. Woohoo! All right, so let's get started. I have readings available, I think the end of June, beginning of July. If you need to get in earlier, email me. thewayofpositive.com, and you can just scroll down. Okay. All right, let's see. Tuesday, me and you's day. Let's see. Let's start off with a lot of people saying that with Trump's new actions, well, of course, he's unhinged. Did he just throw Pam Bondi under the bus with his interactions with others? Is Trump throwing Pam Bondi under the bus? He already has in a couple of instances. I'm not going to go into all of it, but I think remember, I think Kash Patel goes down first, and then we need to check on the Three Queens situation too. Let's just do a whole bunch of updates. All right. Yeah, he already did. He's throwing her under the bus with his comments. Sometimes he's thinking about it and is cognizant of it, and sometimes he's just, verbal diarrhea, and he just doesn't even think about what he's saying, and he throws her under, okay? And then there's his quantum wave that he's starting. He just does it. He does it. He tells her, help me with this. He gives her a false offer, help me with this. And then he just talks with others, and he throws her under the bus to other people even. It's the things that he says. And her legal abilities. He gets her trapped, sort of. So she's still all right now, but she's struggling. Make no mistake that she is struggling. And I don't think she eats her Wheaties. So watch for her to wear mismatched shoes to a meeting. Because it's a 7 of Wands with mismatched shoes, if you're new here. Okay. All right. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and the like button. Help a girl out. Help out our light worker family so more people can find us. All right. Now, I want to figure out this thing between Putin and Trump. So I have several questions on this. All right, there's 614 here. I want to know, because Trump is just saying crazy off the wall stuff about Putin. And remember, we said, and we saw, our angels and guides showed us that Trump was just going to go over the top, that the greed would just become so gregarious. I didn't even say that word right. Egregious. Over the top. Just when you think he couldn't ask for more. Now, remember, we kept getting the 10 of Wands. We just kept getting the 10 of Wands, 10 of Wands, 10 of Wands, and then the 4 of Swords and the Hangman. So he takes it over. He makes all of these pitfalls for himself by going overboard with overreach and asking for more money from not only his donors and the people he emails, but now there's a thing here. There's a thing that it just came out literally minutes ago, that donors can pay $5 million. So after this meme coin and crypto scam and dinner and tour of the White House, which people said just the food was Sakola. Okay, that now you can pay donors can pay $5 million for a face-to-face meeting with Trump. So that you can, what? See for yourself how orange he is. Help him with his makeup or his hair. I mean, so you can smell him, like smell-o-vision. Yow. All right, so I mean, $5 million for a face-to-face with Trump. This is now that tipping point. It's like the Malcolm Gladwell, is that his name? Tipping point. You know, the book he wrote. So I want to know, because he's saying, Putin doesn't understand. If it wasn't for me, very bad things would have already happened to Russia. I mean, really, really bad. So he always tells on himself. He always says it out loud. Becca and I always say that. He always says it out loud. So he's saying to everyone, in effect, that he's been helping, aiding, and abetting Putin, the Pud, and Russia through this whole Ukraine war. So I want to know right now, please, guides and angels, I want to know, does Putin know? I have to say this very carefully, okay, for entertainment purposes only. Does Putin know that Musk and Felon 45 fixed the numbers in the last choosing time for the American president? So on that November day, when things were casted, there was electronic interference. And I want to know, does Putin know? Did he help or does he know? Either one, does he know? And then we're going to ask, did the Trump campaign pay Putin in 2016? And is he holding that over Trump's head? Because remember, there were a lot of people thinking that Hillary won that. Okay? All right. Oh, I feel that he knows. I feel that he knows one person was helping another, and that the good works, the manual works, the things that people work at, or the election workers were overrun by this. Oh, he knows, without a doubt. Yes. Oh, God. Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, the overreach. No, this is one of those things where when they decided to do this, when Musk and that other betting guy, the guy whose house was raided, where Junior and Eric were sitting around. Oh, yeah, he knows. Mm-hmm. And he helped. And I helped. What was that? Shake and bake? And I helped. Oh, God. Where out of the darkness of my past does that come? Oh, my goodness. Okay, well, not only does he know about the work behind the scenes, he helped.